You was talking about the stream deck and the fact that you was pulling away from racing.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much.
Oh, I got a good question too on why I think you might have been pulling away from the racing because I know why I'm not, or I know why I needed a break.
Um, I don't know if it's necessarily a break that I need, but a different direction that I need at the same time. If that makes any
Understandable.
sense.
Yes, makes all the sense in the world.
Um.
Makes all the sense in the world. Keep in mind, keep in mind,
Mm-hmm.
if Carol Shelby
Yeah.
had
Nick,
decided to say,
what?
you know what, nah, I
My
like
dog.
this racing. I like this racing way too much. You know what I mean? It's it's it's
Absolutely.
it's it's the lifeblood of me and everything. And he decided to just say fuck taking the nitro pills and actually just decided to go ahead and race. We would have lost him a few years after that because he wouldn't have properly took care of his heart after that point in time. Then we would not have been blessed with the possibility of the GT40, all the variants of the Mustangs. Here's the
Absolutely.
crazy thing. Here's the crazy thing. I think it's safe to say if Shelby didn't inject that little bit of awesomeness into the Mustang, it might not have sold the amount of numbers that it did.
I mean, you're probably right there. I mean, absolutely. I mean, I can't.
Because he told everybody what his thing was.
Mm-hmm.
I took a bigger motor and put it in a smaller car.
What? Give me
Smaller
one
car.
second.
Go ahead, take what you need to do. Do
No,
what
no,
you
no,
need to
no.
do.
Look, listen. This is Brewhouse Banter. My dog is acting up. She's doing her thing. Hold on. Let me play with these tools. Hey, I'm still figuring it. Yo, what? Oh, wait. I can still do it. So, um,
Yeah. Or you can
yes.
just have people look at your amazing background.
I mean, yeah. It's brilliant. Either way.
There's that.
Yeah. But we're gonna switch to that
Yeah.
so I can carry on this conversation. But all right,
That's
while I
all he
let my
did.
dog out.
So that's all I'm saying. If you feel you need it, might be time for another step in the other direction, but still dealing with the racing. That's not a bad thing.
Outside. Yeah, no.
How much great stuff has happened because somebody told somebody else stop doing it,
That's true.
or
It's
because or because somebody caught a wild hair up the ass and was like, you know what, I'm good on doing this. I'm gonna try something different.
yep.
What if Genghis Khan said, you know what, I'm gonna keep going with this western expanse instead of continuously going north? You know, what if he just said that one day? What if he said, I'm going north? How different would the world be if Genghis Khan did everything but north?
This is where I wish I had spent more time studying a lot of stuff. Right. So,
Bro,
no joke. I
you don't have to. Here's the difference. Studying is being able to recall it instantaneously, detailed by detail by detail. Knowledge is the ability to know that it happened. Wisdom is the ability to go know that it happened and know that you don't have all the details and go find the appropriate spot to get all the details to give the information to.
well said, good sir.
I don't,
Well said. Yeah.
I'm not, I just recently found out, right? So, oh, here, we'll do the quiz. We'll do the quiz. Name a famous explorer.
That's it?
Yeah, just one famous
Oh,
explorer.
shit. Well, fuck. Christopher Columbus.
Okay, Christopher Columbus. What about Marco Polo? Right.
I know about that name, but I
Okay.
know
Out of
nothing about it.
You know nothing about Marco Polo, but you
Yes.
know of the name.
Yes.
Okay. Marco Polo was another famous explorer. Do you realize there's somebody that explored way more shit than Marco Polo ever did?
No.
Yes. I'm pulling up his name right now because I just found out about him.
Interesting.
His name was Abu Abdallah Muhammad ibn Battuta, commonly known as Battuta. He was born in 1304 and died in 1369, Morocco and Morocco. It is already documented that this man covered over 73,000 nautical miles, or not nautical miles, but just 73,000 miles. Marco Polo has already been documented with only traveling 15,000 miles. But you know more of Marco Polo than you do of this dude, Ibn Battuta. I know I'm butchering the
True.
shit out of his last name, and I
Oh,
apologize.
I'm sure.
But, but,
Oh, DJ, by the way, says hi. Niz, the
but that's what I'm
Ferguson.
saying. There's way more history out there than everybody thinks they know and thinks that we were taught in school.
Yes. Oh,
There's
absolutely.
there's two different Americas out there.
There
There's
really
one
is.
America. There's one America that everyone looks at and they're like, "Oh my God, if I make it there, it's amazing. Anybody that comes from there is amazing because America is America is America and it's awesome America. Hamburgers, French fries, fucking bald eagles, and fireworks. Let's go." Right? And then there's some people out there that really look at America as hell no. When y'all motherfuckers show up, shit goes bad. We need y'all to stay your happy asses over there.
Niz in the chat says, I learned about Ibn Bututa growing up.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But here I am in my 40s and I'm just now finding out about him due to
That
my
and
curiosity
that's
going
it.
on the
Like,
internet.
dude, like there's the American school system is just
Ass.
ass. Like, dude,
Ass. Call it what it is.
it's fucking programming. I've been saying it for a long time. I said it to somebody today. Like they were having a conversation about Kyle Rittenhouse, and like I just I
But are
let
you
it go
ready
on
to?
for so long. But like that's not even like we're not even gonna talk about that. What I am gonna talk about is fucking Grand Valley. God damn it! Like because they fucked it up. I'm a Gran Turismo purist. Tattoo, all that. I fucking love this shit. It is my jam. And you, I know, are gonna make or wait, no, that way. If
Yeah.
you are going to make what
A
I would
point
imagine, yeah, on
on
why
why I
you,
think you're feeling the way you're feeling about
yeah,
Gran Turismo as a whole.
yes.
All
Now,
right.
um,
Are you ready? Take a deep breath because it might hurt. And I do it from love. So I'm gonna open up first. I genuinely believe you got so amped up for this game, right? You did not get shot down, but you fell from orbit with zero parachute, zero rockets, nothing. You was that high up there on
mm-mm,
how this game was gonna
mm-mm,
be.
mm-mm, mm-mm,
No,
mm-mm,
not there. All right, I
mm-mm,
was wrong.
mm-mm,
I'll
mm-mm,
freely admit that I was wrong. I'll
mm-mm.
freely admit I'm wrong. But can you see where I
Ah,
came from, though?
oh no, I get it. I,
Okay,
I,
okay.
I get that. I get it. I lost my fucking jewel. God damn it. I need my nicotine. Anyway, look, what happened with Gran Turismo 7 was the way it released. Okay? For example,
Okay, yeah, 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 yeah.
if Gran
The trickle
Turismo
effect.
7 had no, if it had the bare bones of what Gran Turismo Sport had for the 4 or 5 years that
It was out there.
precursed it,
Yeah,
for the lobbies to release in the way that they did,
Right.
is what put a sour taste in everyone's mouth. The imbalance,
Okay.
the inconsistency, everything.
Because I'm coming
Right?
in from new. I'm coming in from
I
new. I took a
agreed.
time.
And
I took a
look,
long step away. I'm like, hey,
yeah,
let me see what's
involuntary.
good about this racing
Um,
again. Do I
um,
got an old system? Oh yay, this is cheap.
I mean, yeah, I mean, dude, it's so it's a hard experience to describe, and I apologize, folks. Like this, when I say my ow 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 ow, when I say my rig is getting a rebuild, it is getting a rebuild. It's just a matter of time, money, and patience. Anyway, okay. Oh yeah, finally got it. Yay! So I gotta cut that board. Anyway, so please remind me what the fuck we were talking about, just so I can.
Your expectations of Gran Turismo and how
Okay,
it
yeah,
wasn't
okay, yeah. Expectations versus what we got,
hmm
but from a reasonable standpoint, it is reasonable to think that this game should have launched with every tool that the previous generation had on the basic level,
correct.
right? GT7 did not release in that fucking way.
No,
Not like, and nobody is going to argue that fact.
I
That
apologize that I tried to defend
no
it
no
as
no
hard
no
as I
no no,
did.
and I get I cheers to you, honest as shit. Cheers to you because
I was taking punches.
look, I tried to I did like everyone in this chat will fully know that I could be a Gran Turismo show and will take full honor on that thing. That being said, that being said, GT7 has put like Draft House through a ringer in every single facet I can even describe. Like in the
This has been a
fucking the
emotional roller coaster.
it's such a it's
This is the abusive parent, the
yes.
abusive
There you
spouse,
go.
the
Yeah.
abusive sibling, all rolled into one.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really, really creepy, dysfunctional,
Yes.
deep.
Because
I'm not gonna regionalize it, but it's a deeply dysfunctional family problem.
that's pretty much it. Like that's pretty much it. Like, dude, I'm in an abusive relationship with my lifelong crush. I've been married to her for like what in essence is a gamer's lifetime of
Take this update.
50
Take this
fucking
update.
yes, yeah.
Take this update.
Yeah. You get
You
an
will like
update
this
and
car
you
that
get
you
an
would never
update
looked
and
at.
you get an update, right? Yeah.
You're you're gonna like this
And
Citroen that
that's
you've
it.
never even
And
thought
that's
of.
it. And that's it. Like, dude, I don't like look.
You've never seen this
I
Citroen in the
no
Top Gear
yeah yeah
episode,
no
but you're
no.
gonna love it.
Oh yes, no shit, right? Like so there's this thing like I love Kaz, I really fucking do. But
We're here for driving.
yeah.
First and foremost. First and foremost.
Mhm.
Ask any average individual what they consider driving. And I'm willing to bet that they will say driving is a reason. It will run the gamut from a means of experiencing joy, pure joy, to a means from getting from point A to point B in the easiest time possible.
Yes.
Now, with that being said, why do you insist on bringing us 1960, 1950, 1940 cars that might have been revolutionary in their time? But to the audience you're placating to, even the general older ones, those cars are so far niche. We're like, yo, bro, what are you doing?
See, but then this makes me wonder if it's even a question of is it Kaz making look, Kaz is ultimately making the decisions on what cars go in the game. I'm not arguing
Yes,
that fact, right? What I am
yes.
going to say is the marketing around GT, especially with this one, is like a return to form, and in a lot of ways that's exactly what it did.
hmm
But in a lot of ways, when you say that, see what DJ is saying is absolutely true. The bones of there, and but sport mode and online mode took a different shape because there were no bones there, and you know that with Draft House, we've been trying to do all that shit in the background like we did in TPRA way back when. But the thing that's going on now, and what I find difficult with Draft House, right,
Hmm.
is I have a great bunch of friends and I want to expand. Now, there's a certain part of my rig that's still. By the way, I bought the 100-foot cable, Cat 8, so that's gonna be installed here as soon as possible, right? So we're gonna get that wired in, and I also just bought several other components to start actually live streaming the feed from the PlayStation 5 over to it. I'm gonna switch between. There's gonna be cameraman and then my point of view whenever. But anyway, long story short, what's happening now is like I'm not gonna say there's nowhere to go, but how do I encourage somebody? I know these guys. I love every one of them, and thankfully the past two Fridays have been taken up, and I hope that continues, and I hope it blossoms into something. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
For me right now, I'm starting to look at it, if I can broadcast and just commentate and just enjoy this stuff and start actually working on like let's have a little more fun with this with that kind of
Hmm.
you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying.
Yeah.
That's where I'm in between because I still love my racing, but now I'm gonna hit on Grand Valley, and I think it just kind of it hit my last nerve because look, I can understand the changes in the other three tracks: High Speed
Right.
Ring, Deep Forest, and Trial Mountain.
Right.
What I can't understand is why they did this. Turn a speedway into a street course. I was talking to a couple of our buddies off air before I got in touch with you here, and they we were talking about the past of it, and how what these transitions were like. We were watching Windfire drive it.
Hmm.
I was doing most of the bitching. I'm not gonna lie because fuck this change. I
Right.
see what they were going for, and I
Right.
totally understand what they were going for. But this was that moment to like not fuck something up
Right.
just because you think you can make it better. Unless you have a Grand Valley Speedway, like a third addition to it. You
Okay.
know what I mean? Like make
Yeah, I'm
Grand
following.
Va-
I'm following.
it's
I
this
was just making
weird
sure I
thing.
was lining up. If you see my
Yeah,
eyes, I was just
like
making sure everything
yeah,
was lining up for
it's
me.
it's this. I love the way Gran Turismo plays, but there's nothing in it right now that makes me outside of Draft House. I don't do this solo the cafe stuff. I gave up on.
Yeah.
I'm like
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't need
That's
that.
not
I don't
entertaining.
care. Yeah, it's not entertaining to me. I'm done with it. I don't care.
Let me pose a question.
Hmm.
If this track was presented as, I'm trying to think of a really good Gran Turismo name too. Um, Pineapple Valley. Would you have the same feeling?
Yep.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
No I because I drove it for a few attempts and I honestly saw the flow. So I would say like I'm not saying it's a bad track.
Right,
I'm not. I
right,
Nothing that GT ever really puts out as far as a real track or an original track genuinely sucks. Like it's really not. Like, they've never really done that.
right,
Some are better than others. No one will argue that fact. The fact that
right.
they have Autopolis in there is over so many other tracks, and I know you're a defender of that. Like you
I
got the
will not
guns out.
stand for the tablet slander any
Yeah, like
longer.
it's look, no joke. The night that I had it set up for you,
I
you
know.
yeah, you were able to show up, and
Ah,
these guys,
ah,
yeah, it's one of those
ah.
things. Like that's
I
it's
was
one of
so
those.
hurt.
Yeah, it
I
just.
was so
I
hurt.
mean,
I'm not even gonna front. I'm not
um,
even gonna front. Hurt,
it.
mad, upset, slightly irritated,
You would have also
jealous.
been brokenhearted and probably slightly even more pissed off because we just abandoned it.
It's just I like a challenge. And I feel like a lot of people give up too early.
Agreed. Agreed.
Like to me, I literally think we need to do a full season of 140 horses and their stock. I mean, won't put shit on it.
I I I will tell you that I am working on doing like the next season is going to be like 200 to 250 horsepower at
No, you
most.
won't hear me. I said 130. I'm talking the same thing we got in the driveways.
Oh my god. I mean,
You
I
know,
hear what you're
now
saying. Yeah.
Now I know some of us is gonna be like, well, I got a 9,000 horsepower Dodge Neon in my driveway, so can I drive that? No, no, no. We're talking about the average individual when they go to the damn
Yeah.
dealership and they need a point A to point B car. What is that? Is that a
Honda
Nissan
Accord
Maxima? Is that
LX.
a Honda Accord?
Yeah.
Is that a
The
Toyota
LX,
Celica?
you
Is
know.
that Toyota Corolla for with the 200? All right, fine. All right, you talked me out of it. God damn it, I was still living in the 90s. Living in the 90s. Damn it. Yeah, because the '90s was 100 and some change horses. Because I was talking cash shit about Mustangs, the old Mustang, the Fox body Mustangs, and
Yes.
the
Oh yeah.
'90s Mustangs. Talking cash shit. How the hell you got a V8 with 200 horses? This is a four cylinder. My uncle used to be like, "You a 12? Shut the fuck up." All right, so you're
Man,
right.
I
Maybe
just lost a
200
lung.
horses.
Hold the
I'm
fuck up.
sorry, my
Oh,
fault.
let me stuff that.
So,
Ooh.
but maybe something
Anyway,
200 horses that's just regular,
yeah, like
regular, like every like. Oh, we don't like the street tires. I get that you don't like the street tires. I don't like the street tires either. But that's the only thing I know how to drive right now. Literally, I've never been on slicks a day in my life. The only go kart slicks. I was lying.
I mean, I've been on. That's the only thing I've ever been on, and
Right.
that.
So
But that's the thing. So then it's like separating what is it an arcade style that we're looking for, or what it because I don't you know. Three
right.
cylinder make 300 horsepower nowadays. You're right, absolutely.
Yeah, because that
Insane.
they said that damn Corolla's not the Corolla, but the little hatchback, the one I won the race in, the little blue one, the
Hmm.
Yaris, the American version is not the Yaris, but they said 35,000.
Yep.
I'm
So, I mean, fuck, man, and
let me
that
go
new
see.
Civic, I mean, the new Civic is fucking killing shit too. That Type R, fucking I don't understand. Like,
You know I'll never. You know I'll never. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
well, I
I
mean,
give it the respect it's due. Yeah, he's giving my team
respect.
dubs in
That's
the
all I
Formula
ask
One.
for.
I give it the respect, but I can't. I
Did
can't
they
even.
not
I
just
can't.
bail on Honda? Like, okay, so tell me this: with that announcement about Ford coming back, was that because you're a Formula One guy? You can fill me in on this. I know Niz and DJ are they're both watching, so they're both
So
gonna ask me or answer
for
this. Just answer this question: did they
okay,
bail on Honda for Ford?
no Honda bailed.
Honda bailed. Okay.
This is what Honda does. This is what Honda does, and you can check McLaren too. And I think DJ will back me up if my details is not 100. Honda will make a motor. That joint will give you everything that you asked for, but it might be some issues. You'll tell them the issues, and they'll be like, "All right, no problem. We'll work on those too." You start winning championships with said motor, and then all of a sudden they're like, "All right, cool. We're spending a lot of money into this, and we're good." Right? So as a team, you're like, all right, bet, no problem. We appreciate the help, but can we still use the motors that you guys kind of was making? Like we had a contract till 2020, whatever. Oh yeah, yeah, we'll still make the motors, but y'all can have them. Like basically, here's everything to make the motors, and here's all the documentation. All right, cool. So y'all good? Y'all are good? Yeah, we're good. All right. Hey, we're still winning, and now we're about to move over to another manufacturer with a motor. We would like to come back into Formula One. But you just left. Yeah, we want to come back. But you just left. But we want to come back. It's very
I'm
Japanese.
man, motherfucker. Like I'm trying to like that's translated to this damn their damn lineup for the past 20 years.
Yes, you want race cars.
It's
We're all about
so
racing. But
bad.
hey, check out these old
Like
classic ones.
it's oh god. When I look at it now, like Honda's product line, like oh
We're going to tease you. Hold on. Let me break it. We're going to give you the crack to get you hooked. But we only going to give you a little bit of crack. So you ain't super hooked. You ain't the bad hook like on the streets. You only a little bit hooked. So you can come back in
Miz
a month.
says Honda is like a one night stand that started catching feelings. That's fucked up. Nah. That no.
Nah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's yeah, you better hide that.
Nah, I got stories, but
This
they're classified G15.
yeah. G15.
She really finds random shit and does her own thing.
Well,
Like she has. I've caught her staring at the wall, like staring at the wall. I mean, wall. Nothing at the wall. No picture. No bugs. Wall.
oh, question. I did want to ask you.
Yeah.
Actually, it's almost two questions. One, did you play The Last of Us? And two, are you watching The Last of Us show?
I'm gonna
Just
have
to
to
segue to
answer.
something else here.
I'm gonna have to answer
No
no
and
and
no.
no.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
that's very unfortunate. That's very
It's
unfortunate.
it's it's weird. I've never been a fan of being told how to find out the story.
I mean, I
If that makes
understand that.
sense.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
Like if
That's
if
yeah.
if you're gonna tell the story, cool, tell the story, but let me move around and figure it out on my own. Like I said, the
Well,
same
I mean, and
analogy.
that's why you would more or
The
less
same
want to play the game. So
Yeah, the same analogy I think I gave you one time where I said, I can't stand a game where like, up, it's a post-apocalyptic survival horror thing. I got to make sure I don't get myself caught up in any bad
yep,
situations.
yep.
Up, it's a town that just literally got caught on fire and the embers are smoldering right now. I can still see the heat coming from. I'm not going anywhere near that town. Something bad just happened near that town. Hey, do you want to go investigate that town? No, I don't. What do you mean the
No,
only
yeah.
answer is yes?
Why? Yeah.
What do you
Why
mean the
would I
only
make
answer is yes?
stupid decision after stupid ass decision? Like, what? Like that? Look, no. Okay, that's fair. I can understand that. You know what I mean? Look. Oh wait, no. That's. Oh, I had this like Super Saiyan Goku sort of look going with this short ass hair, and I don't remember what version. Like young Goku. It doesn't matter. Anyway, fucking so with The Last of Us, okay, it
Yeah.
feels kind of like that. It's these it's the small connections that drugs are bad. Fucking DJ over here. It's these small connections that you make along the way. I get
Mm-hmm.
what you're going with. Like it's the ultimate fucking. I've. That's yeah. Anyway, so it. I. I lost my train of thought.
It's one of those games,
It's
and
one
you
of
feel
those
some.
games. Yeah.
You
It's
enjoyed it when you played it.
it's a masterpiece, and I started trying playing through it. Back when,
Mm-hmm.
and I was excited for the series. I knew I was hesitant, and then it
Mm-hmm.
opened up just the same way every single one of these series start. They draw you in. They hit the nail on the head. Did you play
Mm-hmm.
Detroit Become Human? Really enjoyed that game. No, I did not play that game. I don't know. Real quick, Cat. I don't think either played that game. Detroit Become Human. Yes. um, but oh shit! What the fuck were we talking about?
Good God, Mopar.
I know, man. This is so terrible.
The Last of
He's
Us.
fucking me up. Oh, the last. Thank you. Okay, so holy shit. I'm all over the place. It's been a long fucking day, man.
I know it's
I'm
been a
not gonna
long
lie.
day. That's
It's
what I'm
been a
trying.
long day. Yeah.
Here, I'm
Thank
trying.
you.
I'm
You're
trying.
here to. Yeah. You're trying to. Yeah. Thank you. Um, with
Like
this
this,
series
it's never
though,
gonna
like
work.
yeah, I know.
Why do we do that?
I don't know. I don't
Why do we do
know.
that?
I don't know. Like
Oh, you're drinking. Oh, give me a drink. Oh, I got you, buddy.
yeah.
Fuck. Oh, we get off topic so quickly. But The
I know.
Last of Us, you
No,
you
but
wasn't
okay. So look.
you enjoyed it. You
Yes,
enjoyed it. It was a
I was
masterpiece.
enjoying
That's what
it.
you're
Yeah,
telling me.
the game was a masterpiece. But this show, like, dude, I could understand. I understand two things. There's translating this to television, right, and being authentic to it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because you understand, like, you have to shorten up the game form because a game is anywhere between 10 to 30 hours. Could you do that
Mhm.
on television? Absolutely. Is it going
Yes.
to cost you money? Fuck yeah, it's going to cost you money.
No. It'll cost you the same amount. It's how
Agreed.
you do it. It's
It's how
how
you
you do
do
it.
it, but in today's thing, got it
But here's the
anyway.
thing. You're forgetting. How many copies did that game sell?
It's I, I'm not even worried about that.
All right.
I'm not
Fair
even
enough.
worried about that. It's respecting what got you to that standard.
Can I give you a parallel?
Enlighten me.
The Expanse.
Oh yes,
Did you read the books?
I did not read the books. I'm not. I've heard
Hmm.
about it. I still haven't even watched the show. I really
Oh.
want to watch the show.
Ah. You'll be entertained by the show.
I have heard.
Keyword entertained.
Yes, that's it.
Keyword entertained. Shut off your damn brain when you go see this shit sometimes, bro. For real, for real, for real. I read the first three books, and then I got caught up on
Now,
the
okay.
Iron Gold series.
Now we were talking about that off air. I don't want to. I don't mean to interrupt you with that.
Go ahead. No, you're fine.
There's this certain quotient. Hey, what's up, Andre? He's also tuning in. Look, there's a certain thing that we were talking about Ant Man, or I was talking about Ant Man. You didn't care about spoilers, and I was going into it. Look, I can shut my brain off as long as the story is as basic it needs to be. Right? It just needs to make sense. You know what I mean? Like if I wanted to go for a popcorn fest, then go for it. But the Marvel brand itself has just you've built this idea that everything needs to connect.
Does
You
it
know what I mean?
connect? Does it
No,
connect?
it doesn't, and that's the
How
problem.
doesn't it? How doesn't it connect? Hank Pym.
No, no, no,
Is
no, no.
in the universe with everybody, and they was in there. They was in
That
there.
that's not what I'm getting at. That's not what I'm
Okay.
getting at.
Then what are you getting at if they
The
don't
the
connect?
bigger the bigger timeline, the bigger story. Why do I need to care about this character named Kang? Right? Because the only other time in all of the projects that have showed up for the past 2 years, look, I'm not saying I don't like Kang. I love Kang. He's
No,
the
I get
best
that.
part of Ant Man and the Wasp.
Okay.
But the way he's being portrayed is very weak, man.
Very weak. Okay, keep in mind. Keep in mind. They started the whole Marvel kickoff, right? Was Iron Man. In order for the script to go, we have to write Iron Man as a singular movie.
Mm-hmm.
We can add things to make it seem like it's open ended, but we literally have to sell this script as open ended or as closed as one to end, right?
That's
It
what this
blows
movie
up.
does not do.
Hear me out. It blows up,
Mm-hmm.
right? Damn, now we got to do it too. But wait a minute. The fans are asking for more. You dropped that teaser. Do you have more? Because we only signed you for the two films that we was going to do.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I do have more. How much more? I can give you 9 films. Okay, we'll agree to the 9 films. All right, cool, because I only got shit for 9. All right, we get the 9. The amount of money that comes in, we know about greed,
Oh, we know about
right?
great. Yes.
And keep in mind
Mm-hmm.
how Endgame ended,
Oh, we all knew. Dude, it was
right?
an advertisement for everything that was about to come up.
Well, not Endgame. I'm sorry, but I thought
No,
Endgame was the
but
last one.
no. You're right.
What
It
was the
is the
last? What
last.
was the last Avengers? Like,
It was the last Avengers. Avengers Endgame was the last thing.
and that was it. And that's when Steve Rogers walked off into the sunset.
Yes.
Now, keep in mind, at the very beginning when he wrote Iron Man, he already told these people I only got 9. Thanos is the Thanos, right? Did Kang ever whoop Thanos' ass? No. But here's the thing: Marvel always had these hierarchies of badasses and shit. The thing of it is, when you bring out Thanos like that,
Yes,
and
nothing
then
is
the
ever
movie
going to
company,
compare.
no, hear me out.
Y-
But then the movie company tells you, hey, guess what? We want another 9.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to figure out the same way to build the suspense like you did the last time.
But there is an entire industry of people that can help you figure that out. When it's so. But you and I also agree that America is the most propagandized country in the entire world, right? So what has happened now is that they've taken that. I'm gonna take it. I'm
I,
gonna say it. I don't care. Like at this point, like the
it's
MCU, that's
debatable.
all. That's
Yeah, that's what they did.
the folks that I like tune into, right? Like on YouTube and such,
Hmm.
called it as it was going into play. Was the MCU? Is that all the female versions were about to come in, and it's happening now. Like it, I don't like this stuff. Like I don't. How do
It
you
feels
say
forced.
it feels forced? Nothing feels natural. The original MCU felt natural. Now I'm not saying that it didn't degrade over time, into which we got Endgame. Endgame was fantastic, but when I've gone back and watched it so many times since 2019,
Hmm.
and each time I watch it, it starts to feel more like a Disney Plus show advertisement than the
Hmm.
true culmination of what was promised. Does that make sense? You can
Mm.
say the same thing with Gran Turismo 7. Gran Turismo 7 was, also labeled the way a return to form, all this stuff, and yeah, all the like the bare bones, like the return to basics. They didn't say return to basics Gran Turismo 1 with online.
Right.
Do you follow what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like everything is being led by false advertisement.
I get where
Andre,
you're coming from.
you and I would love to have a conversation with you about that. Matter of fact, if you would like to get in on this conversation, let me know. If you got a PC or a phone, I'll get you on.
We'll figure it out.
Let me know.
I have it's not that it's not that I disagree with you totally or agree with you totally. I don't think it's I don't think it's false advertising. And I agree with you to a point with the propaganda. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's always been because keep in mind this is what I've been doing in my spare time. I'm going to history before religion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm interparsing the shit that I can get that I know isn't written by any religious based scholar, i.e., the religion for that area,
Yes.
if that makes sense.
Yeah. No.
You know,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Get it.
going after Mayan scholars for their individuals, people who grew up in that area. And this is, this is our local history. We're going to study. I'm going to ask old people that know shit. I'm going to keep going and going and going and finding out more and more. And I'm going to go and dig and dig and dig because this is my history. So now when someone comes questioning about my or civilization's history, I got all the information. That's the history look I'm looking for. And I'm not saying it's end all be all, but I'm tying it in with other things. I.e., if Moroccan history, their common knowledge is yes, that Ibu, his name, right,
Mm-hmm.
is a fantastic traveler. But yet I'm over here in America and I ain't never heard of this dude until I was 40.
That is the thing. Like, there's
Something's
so
up,
many people. Like, yes, there's so many people, so many things, so many world views, so many like
right?
tools that either
Right.
I was taught, wasn't taught, left out. All of these things. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's such a.
Because this is my other thought process too. I refuse to believe that you took a bunch of random people off the side of 1743 century Europe. Not even Europe, sorry, London. Because if you really, really go and look at the actual fucking historic ass statements that they fucking said, Australia was a prison colony. All of their prisoners that they got tired of dealing with in Great Britain, they just put on a boat and shipped them down to Australia because that was the new landmass that they fucking found. So I refuse to believe that y'all didn't do the same for the first colonies over in America, the Mayflower. That's what we've been taught, right?
That's what we were taught. Yeah.
The Mayflower's the first ship came over here, and the Native Americans were so gracious to lend us the food. Nah, this is what I genuinely think happens, and I'm probably gonna try and make it a little bit funny for everybody, so it's a bit more entertaining. I think the natives watched them show up, and they was like, "Hey, what is this? We don't know. Let's watch. This should be intriguing. Do you think they know how to hunt? Probably not, right?" And they watched them show up around June, July, and they was like, "Oh, they don't even know about winter. Nah, they don't know about winter. This is gonna be great." Right? And that first cold snap came, and they seen how badly they fell as like an organization. I promise you, people probably tried to push the boat back out into the water with the thought process, low, no, we're not. I'd rather die trying to go back to Great Britain than trying to make it over here. And they said, let's help these people. And they brought them just a little bit. And how badly has that narrative been changed?
I mean, it's been
Be-
going on for a long ass time.
right. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that what we've been taught was absolutely wrong, but I'm not taking it as absolute verbatim anymore.
I mean, I get it. Yeah, I mean, once people, I said this to people at work today. Again, they were having this conversation about Kyle Rittenhouse or whatever the fuck it was,
Oh,
and I
that guy.
said, yeah, like this whole situation. I said, look, don't pay attention to none of them, and if you are, watch every single one of them.
Yeah, you got to go all the
If
way
you're going
through.
to like if you are going to have these conversations, then you need to see every single source through
Right.
in order
Until
to
you run up
really
against some
have,
crazy shit.
yeah, like that. And man,
Some shit that you know in your heart
yeah,
isn't right. Because let's
yes,
be real.
something right
Let's be real.
now is, yes,
I know damn well I can't grab a gun and go to a different state and shoot somebody.
yes.
Because here's the thing. I don't care whose property he's defending. Why do you think people get arrested or try to get on the airplane with a gun and they're flying to another state? Why do you think they tell you when you're traveling with your firearm where it needs to be at all times when you're in that state, unless you're going to go hunt? That's the laws and the rules that we're supposed to follow as Americans. Period. Period. There's a process you got to go through if you're trying to go hunt in Texas, right? It's That's all I'm saying with the whole for me on the cow. I'm not even going to go into the extra details with it. Look, we'll go on the straight facts. The straight facts is he moved from where he was at with a firearm to another state. And last time I checked, if I was coming to go hunt with you in Ohio, there's a certain process of rules I got to follow for me to transfer those firearms across the state lines. That's all I'm saying. And like I said, I'm independent. I'll try and cut it right down the middle. It was portrayed the way it was portrayed. We'll keep this in mind. It was portrayed the way it was portrayed to show each side of each argument in its own best light. That's it. And the sad thing is, not everybody's brave enough to admit that, and not everybody's brave enough to move from that point, accepting that. Yeah, both sides is trying to explain everything in its light. So now at this point, let's break everything down, factual by factual, step by step, from start to finish, by law. That's what the court is supposed to do. But keep this in mind. We have already accepted the fact that us as human beings are always fallible, meaning we can make mistakes. But yet we then deem certain individuals of certain honor that they are infallible and incapable of making mistakes, and therefore can rule judgment over others, over others, and then assume that they can't make a mistake. I understand. You're good. You're good. I figured it was you had to take care of the pet. But that's all I'm saying. And like I said, and not to cause an argument for anybody, but if you're gonna have a discussion on some serious ass shit, you gotta lay everything down factual by factual.
Okay. Well, holy shit, I'm winded. This is
I'm
how I
sorry.
know I'm out of shape.
10 push-ups in the morning, 10 sit-ups in the morning, 10 squats in the morning before you do anything,
Yes.
and a glass of
That's
water.
little man said to my mom the other day, Mama Mopar, God love her. Um, little man said to my mom the other day that I get on the treadmill every day, and I am getting back into that.
Good. What
Oh,
speed?
I mean, yeah, uh,
Be honest.
three and a half, three and a
Do
half.
4 tomorrow. Do 4 tomorrow.
That's
Do 4 tomorrow.
I've been working my way up to be honest.
All right, do
Also on a
3.6.
five, half incline for the
All
treadmill
right.
at least.
All right, do 3.7. 3.7.
But
I'm gonna always push you.
oh yeah, my
You
man.
got you got to consider me the black guy in front of Little Mac on Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Hey, as I do the soda Popinski drink, though. Damn it. Shout out to Mike Tyson's Punch Out, whatever he doing, or Mike Tyson, and all the creators of Mike Tyson Punch Out. Y'all did a fantastic game, even though it was racist as shit. Racist as shit.
Fuck.
You
See,
know it was. All right, let me.
I
I'll
don't
take
know
that
now.
back. I'll take
No,
that back. No,
no.
I'll take that
Honest
back.
to God, do
No,
you
no,
know
no,
what?
no. Stereotypical. I was wrong. I was wrong. Stereotypical. It was
Okay,
stereotypical as
that's
shit.
different. Yeah,
That motherfucker stupid.
I,
Come on now. The
man,
dude's name was
but
Piston Honda.
stereotypes also just AKA that's comedy. That's it.
Right.
That's all
Right.
that shit is.
Because that shit did have me break
Stereotypes
it
are
down. I was
just
like,
nothing
why
but
this man's
fucking comedy, man. Like, honest to God, I have a training at work that, like, I was sitting there, at, like, I'm on the computer and I'm doing the fucking thing, and it brings up this fucking image that shows like this white dude saying to his black coworker, "Oh, your people like chicken and watermelon, right?" Honest to fucking Pete, man.
What do
My
you mean, you
my
people?
yeah, that's it. Bro, yes. My boy walked by the office. He's a 65-year-old man. He just happens to be black. I said, "Man, come in here, man. Come read this."
I
He
like
looked
I
at it
like
and
them both,
about
but
died
they don't
laughing
need to be together.
because, dude, I swear to God, like for real, like, are you really gonna be this obvious about it? Like what?
But what trips me out, what trips me out is when
So
somebody
bad.
I've hit people like this. They'll be like, "Oh, I bet you want some hot sauce for your chicken, huh?" And I'll be like, "Oh, I bet you want some mayonnaise and some bland seasoning for your food,
Yeah,
huh?"
no,
And then
right? That's it. Like, dude,
I like seasoning.
I've
How
been talking
dare
to
you?
yeah,
And I'm
like,
like, well, wait a minute. You literally just sat here and told me that I need to have hot sauce on my shit.
right?
Like for one specific reason on why I need to have hot sauce on my shit.
Yeah,
But when I tell you that you clearly don't have taste buds because y'all have never used an ounce of seasoning a day in your life, y'all haven't used the seasoning so bad, y'all was taking ships from other countries to get seasoning for your shit. I'm the bad guy.
bro. That's why I miss like the likes of Eddie Murphy and god damn, what the hell's his name? The king of all of it. You know who I'm talking? Yeah, yeah. Let it go. Let it go. Let it
God
go.
damn. Look, I'm trying to get that shit out so fast to tell you. Richard Pryor.
That's it, right? The what they did. You know what I mean? Like, killing comedy is probably the greatest and worst. Or I'm sorry, no, not the greatest. The worst thing that has happened over the past 2 or 3 years, right? Because
Mm,
you couldn't
hmm
make fun of shit. You couldn't do anything like that.
No, people got scared. That's what it was.
But that's it.
The reason why they got scared is because they was going to lose what?
Money.
Keep in mind,
Yeah,
I'm saying everything that they've been saying since the dawn of time. You've been saying the same thing since the dawn of time. The only difference is there's a bunch of people that have been
thank you, DJ.
fake offended, fake offended,
Yeah,
right? Or small
yeah,
minority,
right.
a small minority that is vocal. That is vocal. It's a small minority that is vocal.
Yes,
Because here's the thing you've heard more negative connotations about woke. And when I gave you that little bit of information on where technically this is what I know it is, you had a whole new perspective on what they kept saying, right?
absolutely. Absolutely. DJ, by the way, we'd love to have you on too. Like,
Oh my
we'd
God,
probably
I
love to
would
have
love
all these
what?
guys.
What?
Yeah,
Some Irish ass
DJ, yeah,
information? I know some shit
yeah,
going down over there. I know some
yeah,
shit going down over there,
yeah.
DJ. I need to
DJ
scoop
said
that
would
thing.
love to have a chat with you one night,
Oh my
hyper.
God.
Like, dude,
Oh, what?
bro,
They- li-
let's just
I
get
don't
you
know.
on here, man. You don't have to be
I
on
don't
the
know.
camera. We just choose to
Everybody,
be on camera, man.
yeah,
You
everybody be
you
acting
see
like
me
they
tonight
can't
having to
contact nobody.
move
Like you can't
microphones and
send
all this
nobody a
shit around.
message or nothing.
I
Like I
mean,
just,
it is what it
like
is.
I'm not on Discord or nothing. Like I would just be, I'm telling everybody, I'm just in the house.
Hell, I
I
have
got
you
a
right
job.
now, but I will tell you guys,
Uh,
we're gonna chat for about 5 more minutes, and I'm gonna have to get off here,
oh,
unfortunately.
you're
But
tired.
I
See,
am
this is
tired.
why I say you had to pick the time because I don't have
I
nothing to do. Like I said, when
yeah,
you
I
get
mean, I get
off,
it.
I'm literally going to be like, going to go kick it with the fam. That's it.
Well,
I'm not
I
doing
mean, I get
anything. We
it.
can have
No,
these
no, no, no.
discussions whenever y'all are free.
Okay.
Whenever y'all are free, we can work around. I will work around everybody else's schedule. DJ, if y'all want to have that conversation, we can have that conversation because I would love to learn from that different viewpoint and everything like that. Because I'm sure Brexit is causing a bit of an issue.
I would imagine.
You know, I'm
Yeah.
just speculating. I don't know, but come on now. And plus,
Americans get it
you're a hell
from
of a
the
lot
Jeremy
closer.
Clarkson point of view.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's our only little bit of information we'll ever get.
And
The Jeremy
unfortunately,
Clarkson
his show is
and Meghan
still
Markle.
incredibly entertaining. I mean,
I haven't seen
it's
the farm yet. I haven't seen the farm
oh,
yet.
it's fantastic,
I think I don't want to
man.
see him in that
It's
light.
fantastic.
I think I don't want to see him in that light. I think
I
cars. I need you in cars, my bro.
look,
If I want to learn
no,
about some farming shit,
I
I'll go ask the appropriate
cat.
farming
I said
people.
it too. I said it too.
Hmm.
There's even a point in season 2. No, okay. Spoiler alert. He's driving in the Range Rover, and he's with his other half, and she does like that whole like, like freak out moment, and he's
Yeah,
like, I'm the world's biggest automotive presenter, like in the
like in the
world.
history in the
Yeah,
world.
like in the world, and she's like, yes, but I know. I'm like you understand, like
It doesn't
that's
matter.
yeah,
It does not. It
like I
does
get
not
it, but
matter.
just the
It does
way
not matter.
it's so funny when
I've
it's
I've been in
said.
I've been in zero real life accidents, and I still have my wife going.
Same here. Like, thank God my other half just reads a book or some shit like that. Like, she is, honest to God, the perfect co pilot. I could
I,
not ask for another co pilot any better than that.
I think that's the other reason why I'm actually
I
not
mean,
really
little
pulling
man
the
needs to
trigger on a
grow into
car.
the role. Let's be honest. But
There's
that's,
that.
yeah.
You're on the right path. It'll happen as it needs to. I think that's the other reason
Yeah.
why I'm not getting an actual car though too. I'm like half past pulling the trigger because I know if I get some shit, it's gonna be a problem. Like I said, there's a
Listen,
911 that somebody's trying to let go for $28,000.
this is why I'm just getting another third gen TL.
For how much?
My, I'm not looking at price right now. Because it's not, I'm not even looking at that. I just bought
Well, no,
this new TV.
I get
Like,
that you
the
bought
rig,
everything. I'm not trying to get
the
in your
rig
pockets.
is
I'm
sick.
not trying to get in your
Yeah.
pockets. I'm not trying to get in your pockets. But this is all I was gonna say. This is all I was gonna say.
Whatever it takes for the right TL.
No, not whatever it takes for the right TL. All I was gonna say is you mean to tell me if they offered you that same TL for let's just say the magical price of 2,600, not 2,600, 26,000, right?
Yep.
And you mean to tell me there was like a 60,000 mile GT Mitsubishi GT 3000
I'm
for the
taking
same
the
price?
TL.
For the same price?
Yep. Yep. I know.
What if it was a,
I
what if
I
it was the
hate it.
NSX? What if it was a first gen NSX for the same price?
Oh, I'd take the NSX. I'm taking
That's
the
what I'm trying to get you.
NSX.
That's all I'm trying
But
to get you to do. That's all I'm trying to get you to do is just look.
I
Just
get it. I
look.
look. I get that part. But me, what I enjoy is the idea of a four-door sedan doing things that the NSX should do.
BMW M5.
I mean, I get it. I could do that. But I love my Hondas.
I'm an
I don't
asshole.
need that much money. I know. Like you had to bring your Beamers into it. Meanwhile, I got a Porsche over here on this shelf, right? And then a
Right.
Dodge Viper over here, like wherever the fuck. Yeah, there
Like
it is.
sh-
Oh, right there.
shout out to Ender. Shout out
Yeah,
to Ender because I
yeah.
want everybody to see that face with whatever I do get. That's the face they're gonna see when I ride by 'em.
But
Like that's the epitome of what my car is gonna mean.
but I I I I so I started looking. Look, my original plan when I bought my third gen TL, right, was to pay it off and buy a first gen Ridgeline and just ride out both. Like
Right.
keep the TL for summer, Ridgeline for winter, that kind of thing.
All
It
fancy.
evolved and got the TLX. Didn't like the TLX simply because of like paint issues and all that other shit.
Hmm.
And now I got a family and I got the
Right.
Ridgeline. So essentially, I accomplished the mission, but it's unfulfilling because I don't have my TL anymore,
Right.
and I want another TL.
Then go get another TL.
I'm
I was
going
just
to.
saying.
Yeah. Oh
I was
yeah.
just
No.
saying.
I mean,
It's
Corolla
nice
is
to
40K in goals. Well, I mean, the Corolla is cool, but
the GR, right? The little hatchback.
I think that's what he's talking about. Yeah, GR Corolla for 40K is goals. Yes,
I
absolutely.
mean,
If I want new stuff, but I don't want new stuff. I want old stuff. Yeah,
40, 40.
yeah. Dude, I'm paying that for my fucking Ridgeline.
I'm balling on a budget.
Like I don't need that right now.
I've been in
You know what
Miami
I'm saying?
Protocol
Like
since 2008. God damn it. So I got to get something for 20. I got to get something for 20.
Last question, and I'll leave you with this. Are you gonna come back and race at any point in time in the near future? Like, let's say I do this 200, 250 series. And by the way, guys, I am getting off here very soon, and thus this conversation is unfortunately going to come to a close. But
I have all intention of getting back. I genuinely do. I genuinely do. It's just
I have one other question though.
go for it.
Would you consider commentating?
Of course.
Maybe we'll talk here.
I gotta I gotta come clean on some shit too.
Come clean.
That PlayStation Plus expired in January.
What?
Yeah.
Oh! Oh,
But like I
that's
said, I
hurtful.
ain't touched the system. I have not touched the system. I ain't even turned it on to watch Netflix.
I mean, that makes sense,
The
though.
games, I have not been on any games. Like when my brother calls me and he's like, "Hey, you trying to play some Call of Duty?" I literally will be like, "What time you trying to play?" And he's like, "Man, like 20 minutes." I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah,
Like,
mind
and
numbing.
I do it
It's
because
numbing.
he literally just wants to chop it up and talk about some shit to get off his chest. So I listen and talk and chop it up with him. So it's not that I'm not having fun, but I haven't really been in the mood. And so like I said, the PlayStation hasn't come on. Uh I haven't driven on Long Beach. And like I said, I got Long Beach on R Factor just simply because that's one of the tracks that I was like, man, fuck. The last time I genuinely remember driving on Long Beach was when I was downloading mods for NASCAR 3 or NASCAR 2. And somebody did it from one of the kart games. And I drove it in the NASCAR mod. And I was like, fuck, it hasn't really changed. It's still the same. And now I get to experience it in R Factor with it looking as great as it could with the physics that I enjoy. And I didn't push myself. I literally set it up for 2 hour practice and just drove around, 10 laps at a time. Hopped off, walked around, s- smoked a J, got something to drink, chopped it up with the wife, got back on for another 10 laps. Took some of the pictures and then shut it down, and that was it. And oh yeah, and then I did a few laps of the catering at Monaco just to try out some shit. Uh, because it's a low ass horsepower car and Monaco's tight. I know it. And I think that's the other reason. Half the tracks on Gran Turismo.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't. Like, Spa's good, but like I got Silverton. I got I got Croft. I got Brands Hatch. I got Thruxton. I got Imola. I got Monza. I got the Dutch Grand Prix.
I think this is something you should save for next week then, and that's what we get into next week. Console versus PC.
You already know what my answer is gonna be. I'm
It might not even be next week. It might be tomorrow. It might be any other night. This week. I don't know. If we get a
hold
bug
on.
in our ass or some shit. But
Let
definitely
me check
next
my
week, next
schedule.
Tuesday, we'll definitely look at this shit. Oh, look at this. Oh, there's a guy.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, yeah, I'm
Yep,
completely
nothing
free.
happening. I'm gonna work on this camera angle because I don't like the way it's set up. Yours, clean.
How's mine clean? Look at
Your
the. I got
angle.
two.
No, your angle. Not the background. I ain't talking about the background.
Oh,
I'm talking about mine looks like I'm looking up at you, but my camera's down. My camera's down here. You follow what I'm saying? So, but
I
anyway,
got
look.
yeah. I got my camera right next to my monitor. That's the only reason. Like camera, monitor.
Well, I got screen over here.
See, look at that. You got more screens than I do.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. So,
It's,
but
I
oh wow,
I
that
technically
looks
I don't
alright.
got the
Hey,
space. I don't
yeah,
got the
yeah. You
space
know
for a
what?
second monitor
Wait,
though.
hang on.
I gotta get other stuff moving and everything. Don't mind my drug paraphernalia. I'm in a legal spot where I can do it.
Yeah, that's why he's allowed to do what he does on this
On
stream.
cameras. Yeah,
Yes.
y'all go have to deal with it. Shades coming down just like the cat.
But anywho, all right. Thank you guys for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. I'm your boy Mopar SRT, aka Josh. He is.
Hypercat, also known as Joe.
This is Brewhouse Banter. This has been episode 2. We've rambled about all kinds of things. We'll see you next Tuesday, and we'll do it about the same time. Only we will be better at it because now I know what I'm doing. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
I gotta remind him sometimes.